Hello and welcome to the third episode of 2K Showcase Mode Hall of Fame Edition. And today we're going to go through one of the best divas, not divas, never use that word again, Paul, women's wrestlers in the world. Alundra Blayze, Hall of Famer, more commonly known as Medusa, did the famous thing where she dropped the women's title in a bin on WCW Nitro. We're going to go through her journey against Paige tonight in a Divas matchmaking heaven.
Alundra Blayze! Just a sensational athlete. Wait till you see the moves Alundra Blayze makes in the squared circle. What a competitor, what an athlete!
WWE Hall of Famer Alundra Blayze was arguably the most dominant female wrestler of the 90s and one of the greatest talents in sports entertainment history.
Obviously, she is afraid of no one. Wants to take on all comers. The new women's champion. Congratulations to Alundra Blayze.
Blayze captured the WWE Women's Championship an impressive 3 times.
Alundra Blayze, once again, the women's champion.
With such an incredible resume, it'd be hard to imagine any diva being better than that.
You know what? I am better than that.
Paige was not only the first ever NXT Women's Champion, but also a 2-time WWE Divas Champion, with an outstanding list of achievements at a remarkably young age. Paige is at the forefront of the Divas revolution and shows no signs of slowing down anytime soon.
I'll challenge you right here and now.
It's the 2 most dominant divas of their generations.
That is my championship and this is my house.
Paige versus Blayze, and it's happening at WrestleMania.
Honestly, I don't know how they do it, but the match promos are just getting better, and it really shows how good Blayze actually was. And you can give Paige a bit of a boost because that showed how much she's felt since NXT days. God. I'm just going to take this time to talk about Paige's NXT days, which were amazing. Her promos, her matches, her talking ability during the matches was even better than it is on the main roster. For example, just watch a promo, which you can find all of that. It's quite actually one of the funny things you can see. And it's Sasha Banks before she became the boss. She said she is the boss, but it's before she became the actual boss. And it's her and Angelo Dawkins. I don't know if he's still working for the company, but Paige just basically kidnaps him, just showing how much badass she was. It was quite cool. And also, she had a great match with Emma. NXT rival, I think it was. It was the same one that Neville won against Bo Dallas in the ladder match, and Zayn and Cesaro had an epic 2 out of 3 falls match. But she was actually really good, and everybody was excited for her when she came up to the main roster. AJ coming out, but the bad step was putting her in purple to start with. She should have kept anti-diva gimmick from the start, and should still be that, but I'll hopefully change her soon after winning at WrestleMania, turn her heel fully and stop doing this babyface stuff, because she's on level with Big Show by now. I think enough terms she's had. But now let's talk about instead of talking about Paige, let's talk about Alundra Blayze, the Hall of Famer himself, more commonly known as a Medusa. I know more of her stuff as Medusa than I do Alundra Blayze. That's because the network don't show a lot of Blayze. Like, there's a lot of matches on there, but I've not really watched a lot of them because it's more earlier 1990s stuff, and I'm not into that. I like some of it's good, like Bret Hart, and some of the wrestlers they had back then was really good, but I personally like her stuff in Medusa a lot more. Of course, she's married to Paul Heyman, first ever Paul Heyman girl. But she was really good in WCW, of course, that infamous, I'm not going to call it a pipe bomb, but I'm just going to call it a shocking moment when she dropped the women's title into the the trash bag, or was it the trash can? I don't know, the bin. I'm just gonna call it the bin. And it was really shocking. Bischoff's face was amazing when it happened, and it was all happening when WCW was really hot. So this made a lot of sense about why she moved there. But she's really good. That German suplex is better than most. Still not better than Brock's, but still really good. And I honestly think that she's one, if not the best women's wrestler ever. She's up there with, definitely up there with Lita, Fabulous Moolah, Trish. I would even go with AJ, like early AJ, not later AJ. Bailey, like she's amazing. And Asuka, I would go like on Sasha, but I'd say a couple of years. But she is honestly really good. She was really good. That Gem Suplex, or Hurricane Rana, or I can't remember what it's called, but thing Rey Mysterio used to do. I think it's a rolling pin. I'm not sure, but the rolling pin which went over the shoulders and back down. That was really good, and a drop kick was one of the best women's run. The only problem I have with her is that people she was against, this is not really her fault, but it's the people against, would always bump a wee bit late with her moves, so for me she was a bit too quick, but she's still really good. But that Blayze outfit is just not, it's not good. It's like, it's really not good. It's just surprising, like, considering all the stuff they had back then, that hers is one of the most cheesy and horrible looking. But it was still okay. But now I've got something passionate to talk about, like, here. And because I waited for this one, I was going to talk about it originally, and Macho Man one, but because it's Blayze and Paige, I'm going to talk about it here. I hate the fact that they use the term diva, because diva is like catty. It's basically a big massive bitch, and for a woman that is. But I don't get why you'd want to call somebody a diva. I don't know how that's a compliment. If I called you a diva, it means you're like a brat. It's not a good thing. And their belt is horrible. It looks like an earring a 21-year-old would have. But that's just my opinion, but it's true. And also, like, some of the things that they say and they do just because they're called divas is just all the bullshit. But she's still like they should be called women, and the women's title should be brought back, and they should have incredible matches like at NXT. Like on NXT, perfect example, they do not call them divas, they call them women's wrestlers, and that is good. You should be calling somebody a women's wrestler, no a diva. And that's based on my opinion on the word diva. But another thing, I think the women's wrestling will be really good, because I think 2017, 2016, 2017, because I think by the end of 2016, Candice LeRae will be signed, a couple other good indie stars will be signed, apparently ICW star, can't really remember her name, the one who was on Nikki Storm, Scottish independent woman wrestler, has been signed to ICW contracts, just finishing up her dates, and that'll be really good because she's amazing. She is really good, and it's honestly something that you can wait for. And I think 2017 will be the year of women's wrestling. It will be revitalised, and I think it will main event a pay-per-view in 2017. Yep, I think it's going to happen. 2017, they're going to main event a pay-per-view. Just think it's going to happen. But now let's get back to what this really. So, this match would be really good. Like Alundra Blayze versus Paige. Just imagine it. How good would it be? Because both of them are really good. They're both really good. Especially Alundra Blayze. She was amazing. And I think that she's honestly going to become, Paige, I'm talking about here, is really going to become the key to women's wrestling, because she's just going to break away from all this babyface stuff and just win over the fans once again, like she did. Because she used to be so hot. No, I'm not talking about nice looking. She does that, but she used to be so hot by the fans. Fans loved her. Night after WrestleMania 30, popped massively up to SummerSlam. They popped good for her until I think she won the title back at SummerSlam after losing to Pate against AJ Lee. I think after Battleground. I'm not sure. I know you'll be true. But that should be, she should get away, and I think what they should have booked for Mania was a fatal four-way. Sasha, Paige, Charlotte and Becky, because think about it, all these competitors were really good. And I know we've always said that we want the 4 horsemen one, I want to see it as well, but build that for SummerSlam. Build a championship scramble for SummerSlam, because these are the best ideas you've got on the main roster right now, or should be on the main roster right now. Naomi's underrated as hell, but like just saying, it could be a 6-man if you wanted. You can do so much with this division. Just don't make it about 4 people. Make it about millions of people, and have everybody want this title. And I'm saying have everybody fight for it. Don't have just a normal match. Just have a good match for it. Because if you think about it, don't have everybody in the same match like you did at SummerSlam, which ruined SummerSlam for the Divas. That could have been the Divas moment, the Divas revolution. That could have started, like, emptied it. That could have started something better. If you had Charlotte versus Becky, no, Paige versus Sasha versus Nikki for the title, think about it, and have Sasha win it. Think about how much the crowd would have popped for that. And you can break all these stupid factions away and have a division. Don't just have one little thing. You could have done so much with it, but you messed up. Yeah, I've got really passionate about the women's division, and I think it could have stayed. And I know that's why that's what I'm going to talk about, because this is something that should be talked about. It shouldn't just be left to this. It should be talked about. So that's all I have to say about the division. And also, quick mention, I think Asuka is going to be huge. When she gets the main roster, she is going to be huge. She should be the women's version of Brock Lesnar. That's what she is down in NXT. She is a women's version of Brock Lesnar. German people, T-boning people. She was getting everything that Brock Lesnar would do if he was a woman. So think about it. Like, that's obviously a lot of Alundra Blayze. Could be telling. Alundra Blayze was Brock Lesnar pass, but as a woman. Like both Paul Heyman people as well. There you go, even more of a cutting, because these people were so good at suplexes, so good at everything they done. They could have just tore apart everybody. And that's what they did. So Brock Lesnar is Alundra Blayze, woman version of Alundra Blayze, and Asuka is the new version of Alundra Blayze, and she's going to be huge. And honestly, I just can't wait for the Divas division to start doing well. And also, quick question: do you guys want to see a women's division in my universe mode? Because I'm thinking about adding to it. I know we've not seen it lately, but I'm thinking about adding the women's division into my universe mode, because I think it would be good to have a women's in my universe mode. So what do you think? Do you think I should have one in there? Honestly, just give me an honest opinion, as I'm going to leave this episode with a goodbye, and this. Have a good one, guys. Paul's out.
Alundra Blayze with the win. Is this? Well, that's how you prove you still got it, JR.
Here is your winner, Alundra Blayze.
Oh, JR, Alundra Blayze with a hard-fought victory over the standard bearer of the current generation of divas, Paige.
And Paige has learned a few hard lessons here tonight that she will undoubtedly educate the entire crop of divas on in the very near future.